What's up YouTube? This is the Wisco Boater channel. My name is Chad and welcome back to another episode of the Glasspar Tacoma 14 restoration project. Today I'm going to work on the floor of the boat. So the first thing I need to do is sand the entire floor. So I've got the boat outside. It's a beautiful day today. We're expecting up around almost 80 degrees today, so it should be really nice to get the floor sanded outside. Then we'll bring it back in and I'll put a layer of chop strand mat down to just reinforce over those cracks that I repaired and make things a little bit nicer looking before new flooring goes on top of it. So I'll set the camera up, probably time lapse some sanding, and then we'll bring it back in and start working on the fiberglass. All right, well, I got the floor sanded. The purpose here wasn't to get everything nice and smooth. It was actually kind of more to get things roughened up a little bit so that the fiberglass has, and the resin has something to grip onto. So I do want to have a fairly smooth surface for the new mat to go down, but I also need it to be a little bit rough so that the resin bonds to the old floor correctly. So I'm going to get it all vacuumed out and then wipe it down with acetone, and then we'll take it back inside and start putting some chop strand mat down. All right, so before I get to wiping down the floor with acetone, I am going to go ahead and lay out the fiberglass chop strand mat. I might put 3 layers in the back down there, just because the battery and the fuel tank are going to be sitting back there. But yeah, first thing to do, get this rolled out, and I'll cut to the shape I need for this side. We'll go ahead and put resin down on this side, get that laid down, and then we'll come back and do this side later on. All right, so the acetone wash is done. I did one more vacuum after I did the acetone wash, and you can see there is a line right there where I haven't done that side with acetone yet, but the floor is now ready for resin. So I will start mixing that up, and I'm going to put that on with a foam brush. And so we'll put a thin layer down just so that the chop strand mat sticks to the floor, get that in place, and then mix up another batch, lay it on top of the chop strand mat, and then use the same roller to work that into the weave of the mat. So, all right, so time to start mixing some resin. I'm using my favorite Bondo fiberglass resin. This is a 1 ounce to 1/4 teaspoon of resin to hardener mixture. I'm going to mix up 8 ounces, so that's going to give us 2 teaspoons of hardener to mix in. So I'll do the resin in here, pour it in the mixing cup, and then add our hardener, and then we'll roll it onto the floor with our foam roller. Eight ounces of that. Put that in the mixing cup. Okay. By the way, this is not stolen from the kitchen. This is a dedicated garage Pyrex measuring device. And we have, it's about 72 degrees out, and you have a about 12 to 18 minutes of working time with this stuff. It shrinks a little bit with a higher batch, a larger batch, but we should still have plenty of time to get this laid down and get the chop strand mat in place. Okay, got our mat laid down, and now I'll mix up some more resin. Probably do 16 ounces of resin and 4 teaspoons of hardener, because chop strand mat really absorbs the resin. So. All right, well, fairly long day today. I got all the fiberglass work done on the floor. The lighter spots are nice and solid. Those are technically considered unbonded areas to the substrate beneath, but they are filled, the fibers are filled with resin, and it is super, super solid. Again, this is not a structural component to this restoration. This is just basically a waterproof, water resistance measure, since the fiberglass underneath was cracked in several places. So this will work just fine. You can see the strip right here is completely saturated and turned out really, really nice. But that was a thinner piece of chopped strand mat. That was much easier to do than the larger piece. This stuff just takes so much resin, it soaks it up like crazy. And then in the back there in the shadow, there is a layer of traditional, just regular biaxial weave fiberglass that's on top of the chop strand mat. Since the fuel tank is going to sit over there and the battery will be over here, so I just wanted to do one more layer of reinforcement back there. But overall, looks really good. Really happy with this. And this is essentially ready for flooring. So turned out really, really nice. So thanks for watching this episode of the Whisker Boater channel. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it was kind of a boring video, just watching some sanding and then fiberglass going down, but it's a part of the restoration that had to be done. So hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, send me some comments, of course. And if you want to be notified when I post new videos like this one, hit that notification bell. We'll see you next time on the Whisker Boater channel. Happy boating, everybody.